Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live and work in a floating city at sea? How do people manage to cram an entire city into a U.S. aircraft carrier, the world's largest of its kind? What challenges do they face on a daily basis? In this video, we will explore the fascinating world of life on a U.S. aircraft carrier, taking a closer look at its size, layout, and the daily routines of those who call it home. The size and layout of an aircraft carrier can be pretty overwhelming. Imagine a massive floating city made of 100,000 tons of steel, stretching 332 meters long and having 18 floors below the deck. These gigantic ships are designed to float on water, and the Nimitz class, which includes 10 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers in the United States Navy, is among the biggest ships globally. Surprisingly, they managed to squeeze an entire city into these vessels, accommodating around 4,000 young sailors from all over the world. Now think about how everything is organized inside. The ship is like a well-oiled machine with designated areas for everything. There are sleeping quarters, dining halls, maintenance shops, and flight decks, all optimized for efficiency and functionality. The crew works around the clock, in shifts, to keep everything running smoothly. The ship is also loaded with top-notch technology, like advanced communication systems, radar, and weapons, to keep the crew and ship safe. Living on the world's largest US aircraft carrier is quite an experience. Crew members have to figure out how to live, work, and eat on a floating city at sea. These carriers are part of the Nimitz class, and the first one was named after Admiral Chester W. Nimitz from World War II, they're colossal, measuring 1092 feet long and weighing over 100,000 tons. And they become home to thousands of sailors and officers. Now, let's talk about what life is like for crew members on an aircraft carrier. The living quarters can be a bit tight because there are so many people on board. Crew members usually stay in small, cramped sleeping areas that they share with lots of other sailors. It's not like fancy living, but they do basic stuff like beds, lockers, and shared bathrooms and showers. There's not much privacy, but they learn to make do with what they have. Then comes the food part. With thousands of hungry crew members, the ship's kitchen works 24/7 and serves up to 18,000 meals every day. Crew members usually get 3 meals a day, with lots of options to fit different tastes and diets. The food might not be gourmet, but it's designed to be healthy and filling, so they have enough energy for their demanding jobs on the carrier. Speaking of jobs, crew members have some intense work schedules, with long hours spent doing all kinds of tasks, from working on the flight deck to fixing things. Despite the challenges, many of them find a strong sense of teamwork and purpose in their work on the carrier, making it a unique and rewarding experience. Ever wondered what life is like on the world's largest US aircraft carrier? How do the members manage to work and live on a floating city at sea? What's their daily routine like? Well, it's not as simple as you might think. Life on an aircraft carrier is pretty complex and demanding, with a wide range of activities to keep things running smoothly. One of the most important parts of their daily routine is training and drills. Training and drills are super important on an aircraft carrier. Crew members go through intense training to get them ready for any situation that might pop up while they're out at sea. This includes practicing things like what to do in a fire or what to do in a combat situation. They need to be able to respond quickly and do their jobs really well, so they practice scenarios all the time. And it's not just about emergencies. They also get regular training for their specific jobs to make sure they're doing them at the highest level. But it's not all work and no play. Crew members also get to have some fun. The aircraft carrier has cool stuff like gyms, libraries, and even a movie theater. So when they're off duty, they can play sports, show off their talents in talent shows, or just relax and watch a movie. Fun activities help build a sense of community and friendship among the crew, which is really important for keeping everyone happy and motivated on the ship. One of the biggest challenges is the super long period spent at sea, sometimes stretching for months. During these times, crew members are far away from their families and loved ones. They live in tight quarters and don't have much contact with the outside world. This kind of isolation can really affect their mental health, leading to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and even depression. Apart from the long deployments, crew members on an aircraft carrier must be ready for combat and emergencies. Aircraft carriers are like floating military powerhouses, but that also means they can be a prime target in a war. So the crew has to be prepared for anything, from fires to missile attacks. Dealing with these high-stress situations can take a toll on their mental and physical health, sometimes causing conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder and physical injuries. The demanding nature of life on an aircraft carrier can also lead to other health concerns. The constant noise, vibrations, and the ship's movement can mess with their sleep and make them feel constantly tired. They also need to be in tip-top shape physically to do their jobs, and that can be tough in the limited space on the carrier. On top of all this, the high-stress environment and being away from home for a long time can cause mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and even substance abuse. To help with all these challenges, the Navy provides access to mental health services, and they encourage crew members to take care of themselves by exercising and using mindfulness techniques. Life on an aircraft carrier is a unique experience that comes with its own set of challenges. Crew members have to deal with long deployments, combat situations, and look after their mental and physical health. But despite all these challenges, they play a super important role in keeping our nation safe and free. Ever wondered what it's like to live and work on the world's largest aircraft carrier, essentially a floating city at sea? Take the U.S. Nimitz, for example. It's longer than 1,000 feet and has a crew of over 4,000 sailors and airmen. With so many people, creating a strong sense of community on board is crucial. This ship community acts as a support system for the crew, giving them a feeling of belonging and purpose, especially during those long deployments. This sense of community is vital for promoting teamwork and camaraderie, which are super important in life on an aircraft carrier. The impact of teamwork on mission success cannot be stressed enough. On an aircraft carrier, every crew member has a crucial role in making sure missions are successful, from the pilots flying the planes to the sailors looking after the ship's engines and systems. By working together as a team, crew members can tackle challenges and get complex tasks done, which would be impossible for one person to handle alone. Teamwork and camaraderie are especially critical in high-pressure situations, like combat operations where quick decisions can make all the difference between success and failure. In conclusion, life on a U.S. aircraft carrier is a unique and demanding experience that requires a lot of dedication, discipline, and teamwork. Crew members have to adapt to the ship's size and layout, as well as the basics of daily life, such as living spaces, food, and work schedules. They also stick to daily routines that include training, drills, and leisure activities. But they also face challenges like long deployments, combat situations, and mental and physical health concerns. Still, the importance of teamwork and camaraderie can't be stressed enough. The ship's community plays a vital role in building trust and relationships among crew members, and this has a big impact on mission success. Life on a U.S. aircraft carrier might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's a fascinating world that deserves our respect and admiration. What are your views? Let us know in the comment section. If you like the video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.